telling your story. This is WCBI Sunrise Saturday.
There we are. Look at that. That's a great shot.
That's fun.
Good morning, friends. I'm Allie Martin.
And I'm Sadie Morris.
Good to have you here, Miss Sadie. Today, it's time for Sunrise Saturday, October the 12th. There are only, let's get a drum roll, 74 more days until Christmas. It's getting really, really close.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was getting that close. It makes
know.
it feel like it, yeah.
But, you know, if you want to celebrate some other holidays today, if that's still too far off, here are some few lesser known holidays. You ready for them?
I'm ready.
We'll see if you know. We'll see if some of these folks know. October 12th today is Fall Astronomy Day. So as a meteorologist, you would like that, right?
That's cool. I didn't realize. I mean, astronomy and meteorology are definitely different. Some people like to confuse them. But,
yeah, they are different.
Not meteors.
Right.
You'd be surprised.
Right. It is also I Love Yarn Day. So I don't know, there's a day for everything. Today is also International Newspaper Carrier Day. Are there any newspaper carriers anymore?
I still get the physical newspaper back home.
Really?
Well, we did. I don't think we do anymore, but we did for a while.
Okay, because it's just something, I don't know. I mean, it used to be a thing a long time ago. And it's also National Costume Swap Day. So that sounds fun. We have a fun, exciting show ahead for you guys as always. We're going to hear about some unsung heroes who help coordinate blood drives all around the region. I was an MC at an awards luncheon for Vitalent, where they recognized people for their life-saving work. Also, we're going to tell you about an event next week that will help a local organization that helps young people dealing with mental health issues. All that and so much more, but first up, meteorologist Sadie Morris has a first look at your weekend weather outlook, and I'm going to tell you what, it really, finally feels like fall.
And it does. It was a little chilly stepping outside today in those 50s. You could definitely feel that fall-like temperature starting to make its way into the picture. But crazy enough, that's not actually the coolest it's going to be. Live look right now out of our new sky cam there in Columbus, right above WCBI. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of blue sky conditions for your weekend. Temperatures today are pretty mild. We're in the 50s still for some of us, 60 now in Columbus, but across the board, Mississippi and Alabama, in those 60s, we're going to see those temperatures rise though over the next few hours. We do expect to get to 83 today. It's pretty warm, just a little warmer than we were yesterday, but it's still nice. Lots of sun and just a bit of clouds making their way into that picture. But overall, it's going to be a lot cooler as we step into the next week. But here's the good news. Even though we're a little warmer today than we were yesterday, we're still not very humid, still in that comfortable. This afternoon, we'll get a little noticeable stickiness, but this is not like what we've been seeing over these past few weeks. It's definitely more in that uncomfortable, unbearable section. So for us, it's going to be nice, and it's going to be a great day to get outside. Sunshine across the board over the next few hours. We'll be in the 70s by 10 a.m. and really by this afternoon in the 80s. Still warm, but not very sticky. So take advantage of that time outside and enjoy your weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you much, Sadie. Well, country music star Colin Stowe headed back to his roots this weekend. Stowe set to perform at a benefit concert tonight in Amory to raise money for Hurricane Helene victims. Gates will open at 4 o'clock. The event will be cash only. Stowe says there will also be a tip jar accepting donations. The singer has a goal to raise between $50,000 to $70,000 through the event. That event will be held at Frisco Park in Amory. Entertainment expected to start at 6:30. Sadie said the weather is going to be nice, so that's good. Well, a second 4-county Electric Power Association crew has headed out to help with hurricane recovery. The 11-man crew is the second group from 4 county on the ground, assisting members in Florida's Peace River Electric Cooperative. The Florida Cooperative serves more than 60,000 members. Now, if anyone understands what it's like to cope with a disaster close to home, it is Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker. Over the years, he has toured damage from tornadoes across Mississippi and hurricanes on the coast, and he's talked with storm victims and volunteers. Senator Wicker said this time some confusion about FEMA has made disaster response more challenging for people affected by 2 recent hurricanes. Wicker said a short-term bill is funding the government for the next 3 months. Wicker also said relief crews with the Federal Emergency Management Agency and several National Guard units have been on scene. Senator Wicker has been a co-sponsor of the Disaster Relief Fund Replenishment Act, and just this fall says he argued for a disaster relief supplement. You can see the senator's entire statement about the work FEMA is doing on our website over at WCBI.com. Recovery after a storm can be hard. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton left significant damage in their wakes. That's why members of local churches are mobilizing disaster relief teams. Charity Johnson spoke with volunteers at Fairview Baptist Church who are heading to Alma, Georgia to assist with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene.
Starting from scratch. Lives can change in an instant when hurricanes move over cities and towns.
We've been to a lot of disasters, and we hate that it was disasters, but our church has been willing to provide resources to help and also volunteers.
Fairview Baptist Church in Columbus is preparing to send a team to Alma, Georgia, a town affected by Hurricane Helene.
The tools that we take is just like if we have nothing.
To assist devastated areas after a storm, Fairview brings portable showers and generators to give away. They provide additional needs for families and communities with the help of other churches in the Mississippi Baptist Convention. Volunteers also provide hot meals and are helping to repair damaged roofs.
Not only are you helping people, but it kind of helps you as well. I mean, you feel like you're needed, and you can see, the need of the people, and you can fulfill those needs or help them.
Steve McKay has been volunteering for disaster relief with Fairview since 2004. Since then, the team has been to several affected areas around the country, such as Missouri and North Carolina.
And now we go off to trainings and chainsaw training and cooking teams, and we're a very well greased and oiled machine of disaster relief.
Fairview plans to send teams weekly for the next month. Telling your story in Columbus, Charity Johnson, WCBI News.
Well, Southwire is the largest manufacturer of wiring cable in North America, supplying cable to people all over the world. But for the past week, the Starkville plant has been collecting goods for hurricane victims. Southwire is filling trailers with supplies from communities all across the country to send to victims, and the Starkville plant is no different. Bringing the community together, filling a truck with water, blankets, diapers, clothing, and more for victims. Plant manager Eric Adams says the community has been generous about getting the word out and also bringing in donations. That's good for them. Friends and family showed their support for more than 50 soldiers as they returned to Northeast Mississippi after a 10-month deployment to Germany. Approximately 55 soldiers from the 155th Armored Brigade Combat Team from the Mississippi Army National Guard returned on a chartered flight to the Tupelo Regional Airport. A large crowd welcomed the soldiers back home, and during the past 10 months, the soldiers trained members of the Armed Forces of Ukraine as they continue their war with Russia.
The soldiers that they were training overseas in Europe was very appreciative, and no doubt, we sent subject matter experts over there, and they did a wonderful job, and U.S. Army Europe could not brag on our Mississippi National Guard soldiers enough.
The returning soldiers will enjoy leave and a chance to reconnect with friends and family while easing back into civilian life. Welcome home. There is a new destination for travelers flying out of Tupelo Regional Airport. Contour Airlines has started a daily flight to Dallas. Contour has had flights to Nashville since 2016. The service to Dallas started October 1st, and all flights this month are booked. David Rumbarger is president of the Community Development Foundation, and he says the Dallas route will especially be popular with business travelers, but also those visiting Dallas for fun. Well, coming up, the gift of life plus a fall forecast. Stay tuned. We have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Welcome back to Sunrise Saturday. I'm joined by two very special guests. We have the Houston Fire Chief, Jonathan Blankenship, and Ms. Carly Ward is with Vitalent here in the Tupelo area. So we were just at an award ceremony here in Tupelo. Tell us about it.
So we just completed Vitalent's recognition event honoring milestone donors and coordinators for their efforts, their support, and our mission, and just loving on them and thanking them for the commitment that they do to help us be able to supply blood to our local hospitals.
And you have to have the donors and also for the blood drives, the coordinators. A lot of people may not realize that, but you have to have people who are willing to step up and organize these events, right? So that's what y'all were recognizing today.
Absolutely. Our coordinators go above and beyond. It is a volunteer service, and they do so much behind the scenes to make it possible for our blood mobiles and just for us to be able to come out into the community and service those who would be interested in being donors for Vitalent.
Right. And so, Chief, we appreciate you being with us. Now, you were recognized for a competition that y'all did, a friendly competition between first responders. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was called the Battle of the Badges.
Okay.
We've actually held that a total of 3 times, but the last 2 years, it's a friendly competition. I've been accused of being very competitive, but that's okay. The rest of them are
Most
too.
first responders are. That's what I've gotten to know.
Absolutely.
Especially working there in Monroe County. But that's good.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's in good fun and nature, but it's usually it's not just the first responders that are giving, but we're also trying to get people to give on our behalf.
Right.
And so that's what we do. And I believe we more than doubled our last year's intake, maybe close to tripled. So it was a good day.
Now, you said you didn't want to talk about the results of this last one. I understand, but y'all are strategizing for next year.
Yeah,
right?
there's always next year, right?
Okay. So we can say that for this last one, the
It was
Sheriff's
close.
Department.
It was close.
It was close,
Yeah.
but the Sheriff's Department came out a little
Sheriff's
bit ahead.
Department did, yeah. Yeah, the sheriff. Yeah, they won.
But there's next year. And tell us, of course, you've been doing this for a long time, working as a first responder, as chief in the fire services. Tell us the importance of people donating blood. You see the need for this up close.
Yeah, I mean, in an emergency, a car wreck or anything like that, you don't have time to go out and get blood then. It has to already be there. So when people's lives are on the line here, so it's another way that people can help save lives. I mean, it's the same thing as what we do every day.
Absolutely.
Right. Y'all are, y'all do help save lives. And we just had the luncheon, and I was blessed to be able to MC it. And like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I can donate blood.
Absolutely.
And I saw that statistic, only 3% of people who are eligible to donate actually donate. So, Ms. Barley, why would you encourage people to step up and donate? They may not know the process, but take them through it, and it's a simple process.
The process is very simple, and for the most part, anybody can donate. We have a questionnaire making sure that everybody is qualified,
Right.
and once so, it's a small procedure in order to just be able to gather a whole blood unit, doubles or plasma or platelets, and every single bit of those products go to our hospitals to help save lives. There's multiple ways that people can donate. You can come into one of our centers, the one that's located in Tupelo, and if you're not able to do that, you can always go online to vitalent.org, and there's a place on the website to put in your zip code. When you enter in your zip code, it shows you all of the mobile blood drives that's happening close to you in the days that it's happening. So we do our best to make it convenient for the community to be able to come out and to donate. There's no substitution for blood, and we are always in a need for blood, especially during the holiday seasons, and we've had many natural disasters that's happening around our country right now, so there's always a call to action, and we're always asking anybody to please try to come out and help save a life.
Right, and like I said, it's a painless process. You go in, you can even fill out the information ahead of time online. You go in, answer a few more questions, you get set up. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you get some really good snacks at the end of it, and
Yes.
you're good to go. Yeah. So, Chief, we want to thank you for being with us. Anything else you want to say to encourage people to really step up and take that step?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people are scared of it, but there's nothing to be scared of. People people have their first blood donation all the time. Is to take that
Right.
first step, go do it. You won't regret it. You actually feel better afterwards. So.
Absolutely. Very good. And once again, vitalent.org. Get them there, and that will give them everything they need.
Absolutely. Vitalent.org. Find a center near you or a mobile blood drive near you.
Very good. All right. Thank you all so much for being with us. And we'll have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
Your WCBI First Alert Forecast with Sadie Morris.
Well, happy Saturday, and thanks for sticking with us. We have bright blue sky right here on that Vernon Skycam. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. Plenty of sunshine and vitamin D, so take advantage of that. Right now in Columbus, absolutely gorgeous conditions as well. Bright blue across our new campus, or our new cam as well for the Skycam. So it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day, and I know I'm celebrating that. We do see that high of 83. It's going to be pretty warm, a little warmer than yesterday. The good news is, though, it's not very humid, so it'll still feel pretty nice. Cooler week is in store, though, as we'll have a cold front push through. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. Not much of a breeze either. It's just super calm out there. Overall, very, very comfortable. We're really in that refreshing stage right now. It's going to be pretty comfortable as that sun rises, but as we get a little more heating in, we'll see a little bit noticeable stickiness, but overall, it's not going to be necessarily uncomfortable, meaning it's an absolutely perfect day to get outside and walk the dog or the cat. Here's a special shout out to Allie's cat, Peanut. He sent me this picture earlier, and he said he loves to take his cat for a walk, so we don't discriminate around here. If you want to take your cat for a walk, I'll be darned, do it, because it's an absolutely gorgeous day to do so. So we got sunshine across the board. It's going to be comfortable by 10 a.m. Not much of a breeze, 70 degrees. Clear, nice conditions for your afternoon as well. Maybe get that lunch outside on the patio. We'll be in the 80s by then. It's going to be sunny and warm, though, by this afternoon. 84 degrees there for your 4 p.m. forecast. So really throughout the entire day, we're seeing very comfortable temperatures. We won't even hit 80 till around lunchtime. So if you get out before then and take the dog or cat for a walk, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. A little warm, but we're going to see these trends of these temperatures go down quite a bit, even below our seasonal average. So average around this time of year is 80. We're above that for the weekend, a little more summer-like conditions for your Sunday. But as we go into Monday, we'll see a cold front push through, and that's going to drop our temperatures significantly into the upper 70s by Monday, even the lower 70s and 60s by later in the week. So we're definitely going to see quite a cool off, even a bit chilly at night as well, into the 40s overnight. So that's all due to a cold front. It's going to make its way through soon. Right now we have high pressure that's really in control. It's not really giving us anything for as far as even clouds go. We're really clear across the entire area. That high pressure, it takes control for quite a while throughout our day Saturday. But notice that cold front, it's going to make its way through on Monday, dropping our temperatures for the week. See those lows even into the 40s overnight.
All right, friends, welcome back to Sunrise Saturday. We have a really great event coming up this Tuesday in Oxford, a benefit for a great cause. Joining us, Miss Elizabeth Fikes, to talk to us more about that. Tell us whom you're with and tell us about the event. It's called Intended for Good.
Hi, yes, I am Elizabeth Fikes. I am co-founder and director of outreach and communications for Stonewater Adolescent Recovery Center. We treat adolescents who are struggling with mental health, anxiety, depression, substance use in a residential treatment setting, and are really passionate about bringing more awareness to our communities about the things that our youth are struggling with these days, and it's a lot. And so, yeah, that's why we actually started a nonprofit arm of our organization that's Intended for Good, the Stonewater Council for Youth, and we are one of the sponsors of this event, along with the Ole Miss Athletic Department, Cannon Motors, so many awesome sponsors. The community's really turned up in a big way in Oxford to support this event as well.
Right, you have entertainment and sports figures. I see Deuce McAllister. So tell us what will be going on Tuesday evening.
Well, Deuce, lots of Deuce fans in this area, I'm sure. He is certainly someone who had an amazing career at Ole Miss and then also beyond Ole Miss in the NFL, playing for the Saints. He has a really powerful story about his own struggles with mental health. And Jason Waller, his wife Ashley Waller, they're very public figures, Jason was in Laguna Beach and the Hills, which a lot of your listeners, viewers might be familiar with, and had very public struggles. And then Ryan Kane, who works with NFL players who are often struggling as a result of their career in the NFL. And so a really diverse panel, and some who've been in a very public eye as they've struggled. And so we're excited about just bringing awareness to the community. Our family struggled with this. I had my brother when he was 16 as a young person who struggled, and we had to get him help, and sometimes didn't always feel supported. It can be a very isolating position. And so our mission for this event is to help shed light on it, make people realize that they are not alone if they're struggling. And people from all walks of life have these struggles, and there are places to get support.
Absolutely. So it's Tuesday. Give us the details, the time and location. And you say people can just show up and get tickets at the door on site.
That's right. Tuesday night, 6 o'clock on the Ole Miss campus at the Pavilion, the Sandy and John Black Pavilion at Ole Miss. The athletic department is, co-hosting this event with us. So we expect to have lots of student athletes there as well. And just really excited to have people in the community showing up, and it's family friendly. There will be an opportunity to ask questions, and it'll just be a really inviting format for these recovery and mental health advocates to share their story and share their experiences.
Right, because like you said, it's more common than what we realize, and a lot of times even, our churches and even other, a lot of times people still feel like, hey, I'm in this alone, but that's not the case. It doesn't have to be.
That's right. That's right. And it's just a way to connect with other people in the community. Like I said, we've had so many amazing sponsors that have shown up in support of making more awareness for our young people in the community if they're struggling with mental health or substance use.
Absolutely. So once again, Tuesday at Ole Miss. Is there a cost, or do you just show up? You get tickets?
No, it's free.
Wow,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, because you have the sponsors.
That's right. Thanks to our sponsors, this event is free. So it's accessible to anyone in the community who can come.
Very good. And what are you hoping, bottom line, the takeaway is from folks who show up? What are you hoping their takeaway is?
Yeah, I hope that they can see that even people, you look at someone like Deuce McAllister, who so many children and adults in our community have looked up to, have idolized, to put on a pedestal. And we think that there's this, with high performers, we often think that there's this level of perfection there across all facets of their life. And I hope that people will understand that that this really can impact everyone, and feel less shame and less stigma if it's something that they are struggling with, and feel more empowered to talk to those around them about what they're struggling with, and look for resources when they are, so that they don't feel alone in that.
Tuesday evening there at Ole Miss, y'all show up, and we'll follow up and do some stories afterwards. How about that?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your sponsorship of this event as well.
Absolutely. Glad to do it. All right. And yeah, y'all show up there if you can, and keep watching. We'll have updates with them as we go on. All right. We'll have more Sunrise Saturday on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere.
You all got all the green lights good to go for getting outside this weekend. Lots of sunshine for your weekend. A little bit of clouds will build in for the week ahead, but really it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Plenty of sunshine for your Sunday. We do think we'll get up to 90 on Sunday, but by Monday, that cold front pushing through, we'll get down into the 70s. Take a look at this week ahead. It's really awesome. We hit 90 tomorrow, and then we're in the 70s. Even those overnight lows in the 40s. Still going to be absolutely beautiful. Bringing on that October chill, though.
So Wednesday to Thursday, 40 degrees for the nighttime low.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be cold.
So now it's starting to really feel like fall. But, you still are going to have some 90 degrees. But look at that, 90 and then 76.
Yeah. It's a strong cold front.
That's huge.
Definitely moving those temperatures right along.
Because, in the summer, sometimes we hear cold front, but it's still like 95 degrees. But that's a cold front, and that's good.
It is.
And hey, I got the leopard print for Peanut, because thank you for putting Peanut
You're
on.
welcome.
My
I'm
wife has
excited.
already texted and said she looked great, and she's so
She did.
chill. She loves the to get into the backpack,
Oh.
and we'll have to put Grayson in pretty soon.
I'm
All right,
excited.
that's neat. Well, still ahead, the story of a young man who beat cancer and is planning for the future. For Sunrise Saturday after the break.
Your WCBI First Alert Forecast with Sadie Morris.
Happy Saturday. Thanks for sticking with us. 9:37 on your Saturday. It's really an absolutely gorgeous weekend. We're going to be pretty warm for your Saturday and Sunday, but we have a cooler weekend ahead. Plenty of sunshine, though, across the board into the work week as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. We're really keeping all that sunshine right now as well. We're in the 60s, 59, though, in Aberdeen, 60, though, here in Columbus, 63 in Starkville, and just lots of sunshine. We're definitely going to get that vitamin D. No shortage of it. If you do have any weekend plans, you're definitely going to want the sunglasses. It's going to be nice and clear, a little bit warm for your Saturday, up to 84, but by Sunday up to 90. So we're definitely seeing that heat for the weekend, but notice how these temperatures are quickly going to be much below average by the start of the work week. We're above average right now in those upper 80s to 90s there, but average high around this time of year is 80, and notice how we'll be under it for the rest of the work week ahead. 76 for your Monday, and that cold front's going to be strong, dropping the temperatures even into the upper 60s by midweek. We do expect a little more cloud cover next week, but still no rain in sight. So if you have any plans for your week, don't expect any rain to ruin it, which is a bit unfortunate because we look to our drought monitor. We still really need that rain, and we're just continuously in a dry and clear pattern, which is great for plants outside, not so great for the drought. Much of Starkville, even West Lowndes County, in that severe drought still, and it's just dry across the board. Luckily, lots of sunshine for those plans, but we're still needing that rain. Well, there is not a single cloud in the sky above our station here at WCBI in Columbus. Absolutely gorgeous day, bright blue sky, and that's going to be the case for the rest of our weekend and into the week. Temperatures right now, we started off the day pretty chilly in those 50s. We're up to the 60s now with that sunshine helping us out. 61 in Columbus, 66 in Starkville, only 57 though in Houston. So a little bit chilly to start our day, but these temperatures are going to ramp up quickly. We don't have much of a wind either. A little bit of a breeze here in Columbus, about 5 miles per hour, about 6 miles per hour in West Point, but overall it's a very calm day. Very nice to get outside and just enjoy it. Not very humid either. This comfort index, we're pretty refreshing to start off your morning. We'll get in that comfortable range as well. A little bit of noticeable stickiness this afternoon when we see some of that heat build in from the sun as well, but really it's still going to be absolutely comfortable. Great day to get outside and walk your dog or your cat. Want to give another special shout out to Allie's cat, Peanut. She seems so sweet here, and he said he loves to take his cat for a walk too. So if you love to take your cat for a walk, we don't discriminate. It's definitely a perfect day to do so. Just get out inside and enjoy it. Maybe even grab lunch on the patio. We'll only be at 80 degrees by noon. Still in the 70s before then. It's going to be comfortable, beautiful, not much of a breeze, and we're just sunny and warm really throughout the day. We do see that high of 84 by 4 p.m., but I would still get outside as well. It's really not going to be too sticky if you want to walk your dog or your cat. Today's high, though, we have that high of 83, around 84. It's going to be nice and warm. It's really going to be sunny. We have a cooler week ahead as well. Notice how that average high, usually 80 around this time of year. We're actually above average for your weekend. Still feeling that summer-like heat, but the good news is for those of us that have been wanting that October chill, we are definitely getting it by the start of next week, even into the 60s by midweek next week. So we're definitely going to be seeing that. For now, though, we do have this high pressure system, and that's really controlling our weather. We don't even have a cloud in the sky over much of the southeast region from Mississippi to Alabama. That high pressure is really helping us out. Notice how some cloud starts to build in through your Saturday, but not towards us. It's Sunday. We see that cold front starting to make its way closer, and that's when our temperatures are going to drop for your Monday. But across the board for the next 3 days, we have that green card. Yeses, all the green check marks. Sunshine for your Saturday in the 80s, up to 90 for your Sunday with lots of sun. My Monday, some clouds build in, but really it's just an absolutely gorgeous week ahead. Those temperatures, though, dropping into the 40s overnight by next week.
All right. Thank you, Sadie. And Peanut, thanks you too. Well, a story now about a young man who thought he might not live to see this day. Tyler Clay was 16 when we first shared his story. Back and forth he went with cancer. There was bad news and good news and bad news again. But cancer wasn't the end of Tyler's story. Not at all. In fact, these days, he is living the future he always dreamed. 10 years later, our Grace Brister picks up the story.
For Tyler Clay, life has been full of ups and downs. 10 years ago, Tyler spent most of his time at St. Jude battling leukemia. It all came down to a life-saving bone marrow transplant from his brother with a 1 in 5 chance of survival.
He wasn't a perfect match, but he didn't hesitate once. He wanted to help me.
A few months went by, but the transplant didn't work. His father stepped in as the next donor.
Wouldn't be here without him if he didn't do it.
Tyler has been cancer-free ever since. He goes back to St. Jude once a year for checkups, and he gets to help others by participating in cancer research programs.
Anything I can do to help, I'll do.
As a teenager, Tyler was looking forward to getting out of the hospital and getting in a drive-thru.
He says his first meal will be McDonald's chicken nuggets and a large sweet tea.
And I got it.
And it was good.
And it was good.
Battling leukemia 3 times earlier in his life took quite a toll on him and his body. Tyler and his wife Mackenzie are looking to add to the family tree, but the strain the cancer treatments put on his body has forced them to explore other options.
We were hoping that we were going to go, I don't want to say the easier route, but the more affordable route and do IUI. And when they told us that what he had stored had already been affected by the cancer the first time that he had it, that our success rate with IUI was 3%. So then that's when he used the big words, in vitro fertilization, and it was sad. It was heartbreaking because we knew that it was going to be something financially that was going to be so hard.
IVF treatments can cost over $20,000.
We're just hoping for the absolute best with this.
Overall, the Clays say this has been a long journey, but they're hopeful for the future. And for Tyler, he clings to his faith, knowing cancer wasn't the end of his story.
Think about it now is crazy, honestly. I didn't think I'd be here.
He's a miracle. He is an absolute miracle, and now we need one.
Now, if you're interested in helping, you can find more information at our website, WCBI.com. All right, sports is next. Don't go anywhere. More Sunrise Saturday after the break.
From blowouts to some pretty close games, last night of End Zone had it all, but we've got to start with our End Zone game of the week.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
Check out this Toyota Prius, our Game of the Week car from Carl Hogan Toyota. Go get yourself one today. East Webster hosting Hamilton. First drive for the Wolverines. It's a flea flicker. Cross Avon with the deep ball to Prentice Cork. He makes the catch at the 1. Next play. D. Bingham says, I'll finish that off for you. 6-0 East Webster after a missed extra point. Ron Price not too happy about the missed extra point, but hey, we'll take the lead, right? Next possession for the Wolverines, Cooper Sidham hits Jerkel Ivy. Welcome back. Jerkel Ivy's back from injury. This long touchdown gives East Webster a 13-zip lead. Hamilton trying to get something going. Who else but Kaiser Werner to give him a spark? Runs to the right, looks like he'll be tackled for a loss. He breaks the tackle, goes all the way across the field, turns it into a massive gain. Lions would come up empty though because he got hurt on this play, sat out the rest of the drive. He came back in though, don't worry. Lions defense comes up with a huge play though. Ian Nichols picks it off, but this one was all Wolverines. East Webster wins it 48-16. Now let's get to some more scores from around the night. West Point wins 42-7 over Corinth. New Albany blanks Byhalia 48-0. They stay undefeated. Louisville bouncing back against Kosciuszko 38-7. Eupora over JC George 54-14. Hatley coming up short against Bruce. Bruce winning by 2 points, 37-35 the final score. Kirk Academy 44 to 2. Oak Hill Academy falling, just scoring one safety. And that's all we have. We'll be back after the break.
And welcome back. Future police officers are in the home stretch of their classes at the North Mississippi Law Enforcement Training Center. The cadets only have 2 more weeks of classes and training before graduation, and while each class member faces unique challenges, one of the cadets in Class B77 has overcome some unexpected obstacles.
Drop, there you go.
While any full-time police academy is always memorable for each cadet, for Josh Buford, Class B77 has been a lesson in perseverance. It all started during the first week of training in August.
On day 3 of the academy here, woke up that morning, felt great for PT that morning. We did a good run, good physical training that morning, got back to the barracks and just got to a point where I felt like I couldn't focus. And just to sum it up, I was unable to speak for a little bit and was rushed to the hospital, and little did we know I had not 1, not 2, but 3 strokes.
Buford, who is with the MSU Police Department, was out of the academy for only 1 week before returning. He still completed his training and is now on track to graduate with his class.
I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I believe he healed me while there, not just for overcoming the strokes, but to be able to physically continue the academy here. That was week 1, and here we are finishing up week 9.
This is the second class for Director Dan McKinney. 28 cadets started the rigorous training. Now there are 21 in Class B77. McKinney says the cadets have grown individually and, more importantly, as a team.
Just their confidence, their ability to do things that they weren't able to do. Their PT is much better, obviously. They've done really well as far as cheering. You can hear them in the background cheering each other on, encouraging each other, and that's what it's all about. They understand that it's once you become a police officer, we're all on the same team, and we all got to look after each other.
Cadet Buford says he is looking forward to graduation day.
I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't, but I'm ready to get after it. I'm ready to go to work. I have an amazing department there at Mississippi State University. I love, all of the guys that I work with there and just the team that we have there at Mississippi State, and I'm definitely excited and looking forward to getting after it and going to work.
The cadets graduate October 25th. Telling your story in Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News. And Buford attended 11 weeks at the part-time academy through the Monroe County Sheriff's Office before being hired by MSU Police.
And we really have a gorgeous weekend ahead. We're going to be in the 80s for today. Plenty of sunshine. You're going to need those sunglasses. And Allie just might have the same ones here in studio because we're going to need them today. So sunny and warm across the board for the weekend. 84s are high for Saturday and a little bit warmer for your Sunday. But the good news is those temperatures aren't going to be lasting for long. We'll be dropping off with the cold front by Monday, and that's really going to push in some cooler temperatures. So excited about that.
Look at that. I mean,
he matches perfectly.
If you didn't know any better, you would think, is that the same pair of sunglasses that you had up in the shot earlier?
And we can let them think that, right? Exactly.
They're
Two
not,
of Allie's
but it
pictures.
looks really, really good. And I was telling Sadie, I got these for $2 at Kroger. They were on clearance. So,
it's
perfect. Because look, I'm going to lose them. But it looks great. Aviators.
They're
you
great.
said they're making a comeback.
Yeah, I
right?
think, I think those, I also think the leopard's making a comeback for fall. That's the other thing. He doesn't know it, but he's really fashionable right now.
Whether or not it's making a comeback, I'm going to wear it. And,
exactly.
Like with the fashion stuff, I just kind of wear what I like to wear.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah, because I know there's some people, if you want to keep up with the fashion stuff and the trends, that's all good. But I don't have the attention span to do that.
Yeah.
So I just wear kind of what I like. And I actually have a jacket that I didn't get to wear today. It's another sparkly one, so maybe next week. So I got the pink. We had the pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. That is the whole month. And they have an event tonight, of course, at Cadence Bank Arena. Walk a mile in her shoes. And that is a big fundraiser for Wear It Well and breast cancer survivors and stuff. So a lot of stuff going on. And of course, next weekend, we have the Dancing with the King fundraisers and for scholarships for kids and for ballroom dance lessons. I'll be dancing Friday night. Last day, though, to get tickets is
Don't
Sunday.
miss out.
You don't want to miss it. I've got an outfit just for that.
And these temperatures are going to cool off. It's going to feel more like fall for the week, too.
That is
Exciting
really
things
good.
ahead.